Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Kim.
And today, Kim, we have one of those stories with a title that when I read it I go, no. But it's true. Many good things happened in 2020.
Did they?
I don't think so. But yes, we're going to be talking about some of the good things that happened in 2020. And the reason the title is so strange is because a lot of us would say, no, many bad things happened in 2020, with, of course, COVID-19 being the major one.
And it seems like the news nowadays likes to focus on bad things. You don't hear too many happy stories or happy news. It's all about bad things that are going on. So
that is true.
It might be a bit of a reminder to try to stay positive and not just focus on bad things.
Exactly, because you're right. The news is often full of disasters and terrible events and sad things, but good things do happen. Maybe they don't make the news, but they are going to make our article. But let's remember some of the things that did happen in 2020 that did make the news that were not good. Things like COVID-19, the Australian brush fires.
Yes.
Remember those? And like millions of animals were killed and millions of acres of Australia were burned. That was terrible.
And the Amazon as well. There was some fires in the Amazon rainforest.
Of course. And then back in January, something that made the news, Kobe Bryant's helicopter crashed.
Yes.
And he and his daughter and some other people were killed. That was definitely bad news.
It's hard to think of good things that happened in 2020. It was really difficult. But we're going to find out some good things that did happen, maybe give you a different perspective on 2020 now that it's finally over.
Right.
So let's get a look into our article.
Sounds good. COVID-19 made life difficult for people everywhere in 2020, and it continues to do so now. However, many good things also happened during these hard times. For example, Africa put an end to polio in its lands. A big crayon company made crayons for 40 different skin colors. Also, a foreign language film won the Best Picture Oscar for the first time. All right, so the title of our article is, yes, many good things happened in 2020. No, they didn't. That's not true. But actually, I guess it is true, but it would be kind of easy to understand why you think that's kind of not true, because of course a lot of us think of COVID-19 as being the big story, right?
Which it absolutely was,
2020,
yes.
Exactly. So as the article begins, it reminds us of, yes, that one big story. COVID-19 made life difficult for people everywhere in 2020, and it continues to do so now. That's right. COVID-19 is still a big problem.
That's right. Okay, it continues. However, many good things also happened during these hard times.
Really?
What good things?
I don't know. I can't really think of many, but okay. Yeah, some good things happen. But when something happens, this verb basically means an action or an event takes place. Something goes on. Now, many things happen during your day. One of the first things that might happen is your alarm clock wakes you up in the morning, and then you wash your face and brush your teeth. These things happen, but of course, those things are boring. We don't want to hear about them. But if something interesting happens, now that might be in the news, or that might be something you tell your friends. Maybe something exciting happens, or something really wonderful, or something scary, or something terrible happens. That might also be in the news, and it might also be something you tell people about. But basically, when any action takes place, when any event goes on, when any verbs do their thing, something is happening, all right? And only the interesting ones will make the news, and these are the ones we're going to be talking about today. So let's talk about something good, happy, positive, wonderful that happened in 2020. Can you think of one?
Well, the article's going to give me one because I can't think of one myself.
I can't think of one right now.
It says, for example, Africa put an end to polio in its lands.
That happened?
That's good.
That is very good.
It's very good. So polio is a terrible disease that people used to get from the 1940s, the 1950s, this era.
Yeah.
And it made it difficult to breathe,
Right.
and people would have to be in these big machines called iron lungs,
Right.
and your life was pretty much over.
You
if
could
you
end
ended
up in a
getting it.
wheelchair like President Roosevelt in
Yes.
America. He had polio. Yeah. And it's a terrible disease that often does affect young people and things like that. So apparently, there's no more polio in Africa.
All right, that's a good thing.
That is a very, very good
Very good
thing.
thing.
Of course, polio in Taiwan, I think, got sort of wiped out in like the 70s or 80s. And in North America, it might have been like the 60s. A lot of us get shots for polio, vaccines for it when we're kids, right? So that's something good. And it's now true in Africa. So there you go. How about this one? A big crayon company made crayons for 40 different skin colors.
Okay, that's good.
It's not quite as important as wiping out polio in Africa.
Not really up there,
But it is kind of a nice thing. A big crayon company, probably Crayola,
I would imagine.
because that's the only crayon company I know.
Are there any
They
other
came
ones?
out with a bunch of new colors for skin. That's good because it used to just kind of be pink.
Yep,
Like
and
just
that's
like
it.
boring white people's skin. But
That's
now
your
it
only
comes
choice.
in all sorts of colors because there's all sorts of skin colors for all sorts of people in the world. That's a nice thing. What is a crayon? Well, it's something you draw with, especially if you're a little kid.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, kids in kindergarten might draw with crayons. You could use them if you're an artist, and I'm sure there are artists who use them, or if you want to draw something as an adult. But most times crayons are used for kids. They're made of wax or something like that. They come in all sorts of colors. They're kind of like a pen or a pencil, but they're a little bit easier to use, and they have that kind of smell.
Yes,
Whenever
I love
you
that
smell
smell.
crayons, you always think of grade 1 or kindergarten, because that's the kind of age most kids are when they're using crayons. And yeah, each crayon will be a different color, kind of like paints.
Yes.
Right? And you buy a box and you have a bunch of different colors of crayons.
Yes, they come in 8 colors, 12 colors,
Right.
24 colors,
Exactly.
125 zillion colors.
Right.
So what is a color? Okay, it's that shade of color that
Color.
you see.
Yeah,
Anything
red, blue,
like
green.
pink, purple, yellow,
There you go.
whatever you want. It's a shade that your eyes can see, how
Yeah.
your eyes interpret the light, and it's there are thousands and millions of colors, some we can't even name yet.
I like taupe.
I like fuchsia.
Ooh, puce.
Ew, magenta.
Colors have all sorts of
Puce
names.
doesn't sound like a
No, it
color. It
doesn't
sounds
sound
like
like-
what happens after you eat something
It
bad.
doesn't sound like a nice color, but
No
it is
good, no
actually
good.
a color. All right, so there you go. Those are 2 good things. Here's another one. Also, a foreign language film won the Best Picture Oscar for the first time.
Aha, this one was Parasite by
That's right.
Korean director.
Was that just last year?
I know, it feels
Or,
like
sorry,
forever.
2020? Wow, okay. But that was kind of new. That was the first time, right, a foreign language film won the Oscar. I think Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon should have won a few years ago, but anyways, it didn't. But this one did. Parasite from, of course, South Korea. This film won the Best Picture Oscar, not just the Best Foreign Picture, the Best Picture. It beat all the big American films and British films as well. And when we talk about a film, this is a noun, and of course it means a movie, a film. If it's something that's kind of fun that you watch with superheroes, you might say, that was a great movie. If it's something very artistic where people are smoking cigarettes and it's in black and white, you might say, ooh, that's a film. But they're the same thing.
But it
It's just
sounds
the
more
same thing.
fancy if it's
Exactly.
a film.
An action movie and a European art film.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, but it's the same thing. All right, let's take a break and we'll be back with more good news of things we didn't know or forgot from 2020. In Finland, the good things were more personal for men. New dads got more paid time off to be with their new babies. That's great for parents and kids.
All right, let's find out some more good things that happened. Believe it or not, more good things happened
Yes.
in 2020.
Okay, what's next?
All right, it says in Finland,
Okay.
the good things were more personal for men.
Okay, so good things happened for men
Yes.
in Finland.
Okay,
I'm excited.
it says new dads got more paid time off to be with their new babies. That's great for parents and kids.
That is nice.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. So often
Sure.
when people have babies, right, when families have babies, the mom, of course, will be allowed time off work. She might still be able to collect her work money or get money from the government. But the dads, they might get a few days off to stay home with the kid. But now in Finland, they got a lot more time. So that's
right.
really, really, really exciting news in Finland. All right, so let's look at that sentence a little more carefully. There's some words there we should check out. Personal, of course, this adjective means something that is about you or it affects you or people individually, not a group of people, not a whole country, not the people who work in a business or something like that, but something personal is of you, by you, or for people on their own, not as kind of a bigger group. So this is personally good news or a personal win for fathers in Finland. So that's good. And one of the things that they got was this paid time off.
That's right, they got paid, which means someone gave them money. So they had time off to spend with their new babies, and during that time they were still getting a salary or part of their salary. So they still got paid, they still got money to spend time with their kids. That's nice.
There you go. And we can use paid as an adjective when we talk about things where you will get money to do this. And often it's something where you might not expect it, or in other situations you might not. A paid vacation is great because you get time off work, but you still collect the money from your company.
Yes.
So that's kind of nice, all right? A paid vacation, what else could we have? Paid work, right? It means you're doing work and you're getting money. If you're being a volunteer, that would be unpaid. You're not making money, you're giving your time, you're doing the work just because you want to help. All right, so a paid vacation would be a vacation where you still get paid. And here, this is good news, of course, for parents in Finland, both fathers and mothers. And when we talk about fathers and mothers, they are, as a team, as a group, parents. Okay, so it could be two men, two women, man and a woman, but they're taking care of kids, they're the head of the family, they have children, they are the parents. So that's very good news.
That's good news, yeah.
I didn't my Finnish friends didn't tell me this story. I don't have any Finnish friends or friends
that's probably
from
why
Finland.
they didn't tell you the story.
That's probably why I didn't hear about this. But that's just the beginning, guys. Are you in a good mood? Are you feeling better about 2020? Well, good. I'm glad because we'll have more good things for you tomorrow. And don't think about 2021 yet.
No.
Don't do that. COVID-19 made life difficult for people everywhere in 2020, and it continues to do so now. However, many good things also happened during these hard times. For example, Africa put an end to polio in its lands. A big crayon company made crayons for 40 different skin colors. Also, a foreign language film won the Best Picture Oscar for the first time. In Finland, the good things were more personal for men. New dads got more paid time off to be with their new babies. That's great for parents and kids.
Hi， 大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天一起看单字。第一个呢是 crayon， 它是名词蜡笔。I bought a box of crayons at a stationery store. 我在文具店买了一盒蜡笔。那关于美术用品，我们再补充一些单字，比如说画布 canvas、水彩笔 brush。那除了 crayon 之外呢，也有 water crayon， 就是涂在纸上之后再用水彩笔晕开的一种蜡笔。最后一个呢就是 pastel， 它是粉彩笔的意思。第二个单字呢是名词 color， 颜色。What color are your eyes？ 你的眼睛是什么颜色的？第三个呢是名词 film， 电影、影片。It's impolite to talk while watching a film。 看电影的时候说话是不礼貌的。那 film 除了影片的意思之外呢，它也有相片胶卷的意思哦。最后一个单字呢就是 personal， 它是形容词，私人的、个人的。She doesn't like to share her personal business。 她不喜欢分享她的私事。今天的第一个文法重点呢是 put an end to something， 终止结束某件事情。那通常这里指的事情呢都是负面不好的事情。 end 就是大家所熟知的名词，结束、完结的意思。比如 I hope we can put an end to the pandemic soon， 希望疫情早日结束。那类似的用法呢，还有 bring something to an end， 像是 The awkward silence brought the conversation to an end， 对话的最后以无声的尴尬作结。第二个重点呢，就是 time off， 休假。Nikki called her boss and requested some time off。 Nikki 呢打电话给她的老板请假。那请假的理由呢有百种，所以我们请假的动词也有百种。我们可以用 ask for time off、get time off、take time off， 或者是 have time off 来表示。反正最后我就是要请到假。那这边再补充几个常见的假别，像是 paid time off 指的就是有薪假，也就是大家都喜欢的特休。那 sick leave 就是病假， personal leave 就是事假， annual leave 就是年假。最后我们再看一个例句 Tanya took some time off after being vaccinated。 打疫苗之后 Tanya 请几天假休息。好，那这就是今天的讲解。See you!
Hello everyone, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jamie.
Today we're going to play a game called Guess the Bear. We each have 3 cards with words on them and example sentences where we replace the word with the word bear. And we each have 1 minute to guess the word. Okay, you're up first, so are you ready?
Okay.
All right, 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. Okay, your first one is a noun. Many people's favorite bear is E.T. What bear do you want to watch tonight?
Movie?
Another word?
Film?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next one is another noun. Okay. My favorite bear is yellow. There are 7 bears in the rainbow.
Color?
Yes. Okay, next one is a 2-word phrase. Tom's ankle injury bear to his soccer career. I'm bearing and bear to my smoking problem.
Quitting habit? Can you say it again?
This one's hard. Tom's ankle injury bear to his soccer career. I'm bearing and bear to my smoking problem.
Bearing and bear to my smoking blunt. Putting an end?
Yes! Wow! I'm so surprised you got that. That was a hard one.
I was supposed to, actually. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right. Go. All right.
All right.
1 word, adjective. It's not a good idea to put your bare information online. And this song I wrote is really bare to me.
Personal.
Very good. 1 word, noun. The art teacher gave each student a box of bears. The little girl used bears to draw a picture of a dog.
Crayons?
And phrase, 2 words. Fred took Bear to spend time with his family. And how many days of paid Bear do we get from work?
Time off?
Yes,
Wow,
very
okay.
good. Got all of them.
Wow, so we tied 3-3.
3-3.
Both got all of them. Great.
Yeah.
That's how it worked out.
See you next time.